This is a review of the TooSell 3000 milliamp hour battery pack. It's suitable for charging phones, tablets, whatever you would like to charge. The rated output of this battery pack is 2.1 amps, although in my testing, as you'll see shortly, I cannot get anywhere near that particular output. Now, this one has input micro USB port, an output USB port, and also a button for a flashlight that's on the other side. The flashlight is surprisingly bright considering that it's only a single LED. However, somehow this particular model got damaged in shipment and I'm not able to push the button to turn the flashlight on because the button's missing. Now there is a little switch inside here and I should be able to turn it on with this one and at least show you what it looks like. The battery has 3 settings. It has a full power mode, a dim power mode, and a flashing power mode, and then toggles through all 3 of those and then back to off again. So let me push a button and show this to you what it looks like. As I said, it is a surprisingly bright flashlight. Okay, I've turned the flashlight on. As you can see, it looks pretty bright. Let me turn off a little bit of the lights here and see how that shows through even more. It is a quite bright light. This would be not suitable for, say, a power outage, at least not for any length of time, but it would be more than suitable for, say, taking your dog out for a walk or just going out for a stroll, something to have in your pocket ready to light the way at any given time. Let me try the other 2 modes real quick, and then we'll go on to actually testing and getting the power output on this battery pack. Okay, this is the flashlight in dimmer mode. Unfortunately, the camera is going to be adjusting to the light, so you're not going to see the full impact. It is noticeably dimmer. It's not 50%. I would say it's probably around 65% total light. So it is a way to get a slightly dimmer light when you don't need the full power of the flashlight, and something that then will last longer. And then in just a second, we'll try the flashing mode. And now flashing mode. Obviously not something that you'd want to look at for any length of time, but very useful on, say, a dark country road, or you're riding a bicycle and you've got this affixed to a helmet or a handlebar as a way to get the attention of nearby cars. So at the moment, I've got the power bank plugged into my Kindle Fire HDX 7-inch tablet. According to the ammeter I've got plugged in here, it's giving me a power output of about 1.07. For a power charger in the wall, I would expect this tablet to be taking about 1.7 amps. So I would say that the output of this power bank is probably not what they claim. They say that this is a 2.1 amp power output, and I don't think that you're going to get 2.1 amps. So let me test that with a phone and with another tablet, and let's see what we've got. Alright, the power bank is now plugged into my Galaxy Note 4 phone, and interestingly enough, I'm picking up more power output on this one than I was on my tablet. So this is giving me a 1.2 amp output, which is more than enough. Normally I would expect about a 1 amp charging power on this phone. So giving me a 1.2 is actually not bad at all. This will charge the phone quite quickly. And finally, I've got it plugged into my Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4, and this one is giving me about a 0.7 amp reading. This one I'm a little bit more forgiving on. The Galaxy Tab 4 Pro is a little bit unforgiving for charging. I've gotten readings all over the map depending on whether it's a battery pack, it's a charger, what amperage output of the thing. It's somewhat unreliable when it comes to charging. I've gotten as high as 1.6 and as low as 0.4. So 0.7, it's a little disappointing, but that could just as easily be the tablet as it is the power bank. I think overall what we're going to have to say is that this is probably not something that you can count on to fully power your tablets. And given the fact that it's only 3,000 milliamp hours, that's not entirely a surprise. That's going to be only maybe 1/2 to 2/3 of the capacity of your tablet's battery. This is not really a tablet charger. You can charge your tablet from it, but it'll take longer and you won't get a full charge out of it. I would say that this is really, you should really consider this just a phone charger and also perhaps a USB accessory charger, battery packs, speakers and the like. To give you an idea of the size, I put it next to my Galaxy S3 phone. As you can see, it's fairly lengthy. This is not, even though it looks, they call these lipstick power chargers, this is a bit bigger than a typical lipstick. It still is something that would fit fairly easily in a pocket or a purse. It's not particularly bulky or heavy. It basically does just one thing. This is the emergency power I have on hand. This is not something you would take on an airplane for charging your tablet for 10 hours or charging your phone for that long. This is something to have for you're out and about and you've forgotten to charge your phone and now you need to summon a cab or call a friend and now you realize your phone is dead. So this is something that will fully recharge a typical smartphone or come close. The Galaxy S3, for example, it should charge it fully. My Note 4 has a higher battery capacity. I probably would only charge it about 70 or 80%, but that's more than enough for hours of use, enough for potentially even a full day's use, depending on your smartphone and the amount that you use it. It would charge your typical tablet probably less than that, maybe only 50 or 60%, depending on the tablet, depending on the capacity, and again, depending on your usage. So it's perfect for just those small occasions. Overall, assuming that the battery switch wasn't broken as mine was, this was a sample for review, so I did not ask for a replacement. Obviously, if it shows up in your mailbox broken, I would suggest returning it and asking for a replacement. Otherwise, it seems like it's a reasonable battery approach. Just do not expect too much from it. It really is just I would argue, really more a 1 amp output battery pack than a 2 amp output. Perfect for a phone, not suitable for a tablet.